Discover the best strategy to use cardio to lose fat based on science. How much cardio should you do to lose fat? Some say you don't need any, while others insist you have to do it every single day. But after speaking to some of the top natural bodybuilders in the industry, interviewing the smartest experts in the world, and reviewing the latest science, here's what I found. But first, we need to figure out how helpful cardio actually is for fat loss, and the answer might surprise you. While cardio is great for heart health, longevity, and provides plenty of other benefits, it's not nearly as effective as most people think when it comes to losing fat, at least in the way most people do it. You see, typically, you'd expect that if you did 300 calories worth of cardio, you'd burn 300 more calories that day. But back in 2016, researcher Herman Ponzer published what was known as the constrained energy model, proposing that the more calories you burn through cardio, the more your body will try to save energy and burn fewer calories the rest of the day to protect its fat stores. And it does this subconsciously by taking fewer steps. Not to mention diet competition as well. Some people tend to subconsciously eat more in response to doing more cardio, to the point where the 300 calories of cardio you did can theoretically cancel out completely. Unfortunately, shortly after this research came out, major news outlets took interest and shared it using clickbait headlines that made it seem as if exercise was pointless for fat loss. Now, although this is an exaggeration, the compensation effect is definitely real and well documented. Most research has shown that people who start doing cardio without any changes to their diet tend to lose only 20 to 50% of what they'd expect from the calories they've burnt. But you're probably wondering, what about different types of cardio? Surely sprints and HIIT type workouts we see all the shredded influencers doing would be great for fat loss, right? In studies like this, one by Ross and colleagues, very high doses of cardio, in this case doing 700 calories worth of cardio every single day, the equivalent of about 1 to 1.5 hours of jogging, does actually lead to quite a bit of fat loss. So, without changing your diet, you've probably got to do a whole lot of cardio for it to have a meaningful effect on fat loss, which isn't a very efficient or realistic approach for most people. But I didn't make this video just to tell you that cardio doesn't work, because it does, but only when you use it properly. And to find out exactly how to do that, let's take a look at this recent meta-analysis that ranks several different fat loss protocols from most to least effective. Now, as for the type of cardio they use, I found a common theme between both of them. Now, what also surprised me was the importance they placed on their daily step count and how they used it as part of their overall cardio plan. But now that I've hopefully convinced you to start tracking and following a diet, how much cardio should you then add to this? Let's start by asking the only people in the world who have truly mastered the art of controlling their diet while using cardio to get them into incredible shape: professional bodybuilder Alberto Nunes, an extremely knowledgeable coach and lifetime drug-free pro bodybuilder who's known for getting into insane levels of leanness, didn't use cardio at all. But this last prep was different. Lee, a natural bodybuilder just a few weeks out from his show, had this to say. Now, as for the type of cardio they use, I found a common theme between both of them. So remember, cardio isn't just a sole method for losing fat. It's a supplemental tool that you can stack on top of your diet to speed things up. But how much cardio should you add to this? Well, let's start by asking the experts, the professional bodybuilders, how much cardio they recommend. As for the type of cardio they use, it turns out they recommend activities with minimal impact. The reason weight training is emphasized is that it gives your body a strong reason to hang on to the muscle you've got and to burn off your fat for energy instead. So, think of the holy trinity of fat loss as a combination of diet, lifting weights, with cardio on top of that to speed things up. Now, as for how much cardio per week you should aim for, from here, once your body adapts and you reach a stall in your progress, you can choose to either eat a little bit less or add a little bit more cardio, or increase your steps to continue losing fat. But remember, the last thing you want to do is start doing a bunch of cardio during your diet and then stop cold turkey as soon as it's over. That's the biggest mistake people make, and it's actually when cardio becomes most important. This is why, for long-term success, it's so important to choose activities you can actually stick to, whether it's watching a movie on the treadmill, playing a sport, or just going for walks to start out. So think of cardio as a lifelong tool to keep you healthy and in shape, not just something you do during a diet. And remember, the key to success is consistency and finding activities you enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. and I'll see you next time.